Guess what, guys? Midoriya is not a vigilante. I was totally taken aback by this chapter 309. Technically, he is still partially vigilante, if you ask me, considering how he hasn't got his full hero license. But we'll discuss about that later. So this chapter starts off with Boomerang Man and Mr. Smith, people I don't remember seeing before. And honestly speaking, this chapter was very surprising. It had a lot of different things, new things, and from what I've seen so far, I guess Horikoshi, that man's a savage. And I guess it's time for a new arc, which means it's time to get a bag of crisps. And of course, I've completely forgot about this, but yeah, damn need a bottle of Coke,
And it's really nice to see all of these civilians actually getting together to sort of help these secondary heroes, which is quite nice to know considering how rude they were earlier with them. And this is all because of Midoriya, and of course because of all these people who've been quite brave and have been putting their life on the line to save these guys. And of course the civilians are certainly touched by this, which is exactly why they have changed so much in such a short span of time. But out of all this, what I really think is impressive is how all these young heroes who haven't even graduated are out there defending with their lives. But then there are other heroes who chickened out just because All For One, Shigaraki, and a whole bunch of other villains broke out of prison. It's just sad to see how much of a coward those heroes were. They went through probably the same process, maybe worse, maybe an easier process, I don't know. But it's ridiculous, it's dumb. Those guys are supposed to be in the inspiration to these young generation, but it's really nice to see the young generation actually sucking all of this up and just owning the game. Like, you know what, I don't give a shit, let's do this, we gotta do this, we're gonna become future heroes. So it's really nice to see that these guys have a bright future ahead, although things quite seem to be grim right now. But I'm sure there's a better future for most of them, if not all. Up until halfway through the chapter, I thought Midoriya ran away from UA, broke contact with pretty much all his friends and all my teachers, family, and so on. But guess what? That's not true, because he gets a call from All Might and he answers, "I'll be right there, All Might," which means Midoriya has not completely disappeared and has not gone into full-blown solo leveling just yet. There are two things that's absolutely funny that happens in this chapter, with the first one being All Might asking Midoriya if he's injured. And let's be real, guys, Midoriya is more than injured like 99.9% of the time. You know what, guess what, just make that 110%. But it looks like he's not injured right now, and it seems like it's also because of a support item that he's now begun using. And again, this is funny because apparently this item was delivered to him before travel restrictions were instituted. And this is so funny because we had travel restrictions in the UK up until like last month, which is pretty ridiculous considering how Corona has taken the whole world by storm. So this situation, I feel like Horikoshi was probably inspired by what's actually going on right now in the real world. And it also seems like All Might has a final showdown planned, because he tells Midoriya to not overexert himself, to not surpass his limits just yet, and not use 100% of his powers and get his ass whooped and get injured. So All Might tells him to not do that. Now later on, we move on to a scene where Hawks is asking how the hell Midoriya is doing. And this scene sort of looks sort of weird, if you ask me, to the point where it almost seems like Hawks is asking for help, but that's not what actually goes on. He's just checking up on All Might and Midoriya, because it seems like these guys are teaming up. It seems like the big three. No, rather the symbol of peace, the current symbol of peace, and then we've got Hawks, and then we've also got Best Jeanist. These three guys, the top three heroes right now in the Hero Academia world, of at least Japan probably. And then we've also got the former symbol of peace, the man himself, All Might, and probably the future symbol of peace. No, guess what? 100% the future symbol of peace, Midoriya, joining these guys. And it seems like all of these guys are going for the final showdown. Now, I do understand that Endeavor is powerful, Best Jeanist is powerful, Hawks is powerful, top three heroes certainly are powerful. So the question is, why is All Might in there? And it's probably because, although All Might right now is probably really, really weak, but he's probably the brain behind all of this operation because he's the only man who's battled All For One the most. And he's also battled Shigaraki, which means that All Might at least has a basic idea of how to take these guys down. And All Might has probably taken down a massive number of villains by himself before. So he's probably the brain of this operation, which means we've got four really overpowered guys, and then we've got the brain of the operation, All Might. This sort of seems different from what is normally given to All Might, because All Might doesn't seem to be the brain of the operation type, but rather the guy who just goes, breaks the door, and gets shit done. But this time it seems like the rules changed a little bit for All Might, and we've got four really overpowered guys, and Midoriya being absolutely overpowered with so many number of quirks. I think this final showdown is going to be really nice, but the way I see it going down, I'm not really sure if it's going to be a happy ending, if this is even going to be an ending, or if this is going to be an ending for these top three heroes, and then the future UA heroes can step up and fill their shoes, no, rather surpass their shoes. Maybe even increase their shoe sizes in the process. Now I feel like I need to wait for this next chapter forever, and I know this next chapter is going to be absolutely fantastic and packed with so much action. I honestly hope there's a lot of action, because that's exactly what I want to see. And this week seems long enough already. I don't know what to do to make my time go faster. I want to read the next chapter as soon as possible. Damn, what am I going to do about this? So guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and hope you guys have a nice week. I'll see you soon in the next video.
Thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. All my social media is linked down below, and my MHA Webtoon is also linked, so be sure to check it out to have a good laugh. See you in the next video.